Detective Ito leveled her gun at the grinning young woman with the knife. In the name of the darkness within me, in the name of the moon, I will punish you, said Ayami, and fired. And this concludes another chapter of Tokyo Dark Side of the Sailor Moon by... I don't know how to pronounce that, but perhaps we'll continue that next week. Me in the in-time, welcome to another Purblind Gamer stream. And happy Easter, by the way. If you celebrate Easter, I hope you've had a good one and enjoying your weekend. Or your Monday, as the case may be. And hey, Dangerous Dave, how are you tonight? Yes, I think at some point I intended to start earlier and do a longer stream, but instead, I can start later and do a shorter stream. Yeah, maybe we won't finish the game tonight. In fact, I kind of doubt it. It feels like there is a fair amount left. And, yeah, probably need to do yard work today. Some rabbits leaving eggs in the yard. And then you wonder, what if it's not rabbits? What if it's chickens? What if you, have a chicken infestation? And then you have to ask yourself, what have the chickens been eating for the eggs to be that color? Probably oranges and grapes. And nuclear waste. So, don't eat the eggs laid by chickens who ate nuclear waste. No, I doubt that. I just think, it's weird. Rabbits don't lay eggs, so why are the rabbits leaving the eggs around? Yeah, maybe. I mean, if it were an Easter bunny, you would think he would leave tie-dyed carrots in the yard, but yeah, maybe he ate them all. Yeah, but didn't really do anything for Easter this year. Not, family's well over 1,000 miles away, so it's hard to get together with them. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming to what could be called an Easter special stream yesterday. We played Mr. Hop's Playhouse 2 and had some lovely blue screens of death. Hey, blue's a nice festive Easter color. Blue Easter eggs, blue screens, blue sky, blueberries, Russian blue cats, which aren't really blue. The world's full of lies. And now I mucked around with the computer and typed some things into a command prompt, and it said that something that wasn't right now may be right, so maybe no more blue screens of death for a few months. I don't understand. I just, parrot things I say on the internet. Or I see on the internet. And the Glace stream on a Thursday, which ended up being a lot of fun. I'm so glad I'm replaying that. But yeah, tonight we continue Tokyo Dark, and to mention it again, next Sunday is my 200th stream, if everything goes according to plan. So we'll try and do something special for that. And if you're following me on Twitter or MySpace, I have polls up about which game I'm going to play for that. So you can vote in one of them, or technically both. I didn't put up a safeguard of that, but yeah, don't. And then we'll tabulate all the poll answers, and yes, we'll figure out what I'm going to play next Saturday. And I'll leave the poll up through Thursday, so I'll remind everybody about it next Wednesday's stream too. But Tokyo Dark, been quite a fun game so far. And I think I called it a visual novel, but it's really more of an adventure game with somewhat of a visual novel style. To give you guys a brief recap, we play as Detective Ayami Ito, the Tokyo Police Force, and she was looking for her partner who was kidnapped. was it Kazuki Tanaka, I believe his name was? I'm really trying to keep the name straight. And she found him in a sewer, held hostage by a young woman. And it turned out that the young woman was had been 6 months earlier. Ayami and Tanaka had encountered her, and she had taken a hostage and was acting pretty insane. And Ayami killed her to save the hostage, but also to some degree urged on by a mysterious force from a mask she had recently gotten that the girl was also looking for. So then this girl or young woman should be dead, but she wasn't, and she killed Ayami's partner and escaped. And then Ayami is currently off the force, but she's stolen the mask from the evidence locker and is trying to find the girl whose name is Reina. She has a photo of her with their face X'd out, and she used to be a pop star, and now Ayami has gone to this other part of town to try and get a lead on her, and he keeps hearing about this person called the Collector, whom she thinks may be able to help. But to get to the Collector, she needs the help of a high school girl who has dealt with the Collector, and this high school girl has been harassed by this sleazy old businessman who we've tangled with before, and now I think we're about to go rough him up a little bit and tell him, hey, don't try to drag high schoolers into the sewer for your perverted bondage games. That's no. Just no. Did I mention this game is dark? I didn't have to, it's in the title. Cherry Mochi. Square Enix. Didn't they do something else? Yeah, I think it was Phantasy Star. I wish the game let you choose when to save and didn't make all your decisions which affect the story later on permanent, but it's still a great story, great characters. Professionalism could be a lot better, and our sanity, but at least our neuroses are low and our investigation is high. I'm just trying to make sure right. Okay, yes, the text is large. That's good. Not large enough for me, but... I always have trouble remembering the exact details of where I was and what I was doing when I come back to a game after a week. Right. Akihabara. That's where we were. And Shinjuku is where the murder of our partner took place, and where we think we'll be able to find that businessman. Or salaryman is the term they used. You know, you're bad for business. Don't worry. I'm not planning on staying too long. Where's Goto? Goto? You sweet on him all of a sudden now? I'm not messing around. You seen him? Yeah, saw him outside the bar 15 minutes ago. Where is he heading? Where do you think? Towards his favorite love spot with some little thing in tow. Believe it or not, I didn't think to follow him beyond that. Better be quick. With all you cops hovering around, I doubt he'll stay there for long. Yes, Goto is quite a slimy character. Frightfully sorry, are we interrupting? Oh, if it isn't my favorite detective, I suppose I should thank you. Ever since that night, the place has got more of a dangerous appeal. Detective? You called the cops? I'm getting out of here, you creep! Shh. Bitch was a prude anyway. Would barely let me touch her. You're not a prude though, are you? Now that we're alone, why don't we start from where we left off? Don't look at me like that. She's 16. Oh my. Old enough to know what she wants. As adults, we can do whatever we want, right? This guy's not very bright. I threatened to do some unpleasant things to him last time we tangled. The sewer. Another standoff. It felt so familiar. Oh shit, time. Okay, I'm not gonna kill him in cold blood. Have you heard what they've said about Goto? Oops. Not in the news. I mean the gossip. The juicy stuff. You must know what they said I did. What was it? Answer me, Goto! They say you, maybe killed someone, and... Killed? Huh? Do you believe them? You think you scare me? I don't believe that crap. Believe what you want, Goto. That person I killed, you know where they said I did it? Down that well. That's right. You're so smart. Why don't you tell me why I might kill someone down there? Actually, I'll tell you, because down there, no one would find your body. Hell, no one would even know where to look for it. You might not believe the rumors, but you know that last part is true. And let me tell you, Goto, you make me sick. Today, I had business in Akihabara, and your name, no, your stink, wafts over to me again. Then I find you in the same goddamn place, walking in your own filth as always. So right now, I'm looking at that well, and suddenly I'm seeing the potential solution to my problem. Are you following me so far, Goto? Yes. It won't happen again. I won't take girls down here. Enough. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to stay out of Shinjuku. You're going to stay out of Akihabara. If you don't, I will find your fat, disgusting person and bring you here again. Only next time, the chat won't be so pleasant. Understand? Do you understand? Yes. Goodbye, Goto. Okay. Like, I don't know that we should stop and talk to anyone else here, because it said, like, walking or traveling too much and talking to people too many times can all increase our neuroses. Just hope that was enough to keep Goto away. Cheap cologne and a dumb muscle shirt aren't going to be enough to convince me that this guy is tough. Did we talk to him last time? I'll risk it. On any other day, I'd probably enjoy messing with a mouth breather like this, but I doubt he'd know anything about pop idols or Reina. Is it? Yeah, Reina. I should move on for now. I think it was... Yeah, that's... Shoot. Oh yeah, I think it was up here. It's like a pachinko parlor / arcade. Oh, we gotta talk to her. Oh, you're back. You don't look so good. I'm fine. Goto won't give you any more trouble. Seriously? How'd you convince him to stop? That doesn't matter. Forget him. Jeez, remind me not to get on your bad side. I guess we owe you, huh? Not if you hold up your end of the deal. Tell me everything you know about this collector. He knows everything. So I've got this theory, right? I think he's some sort of hacker, shutting himself in his room day in and out. Having all that kind of dirt must be great. Though, not to mention, he must be loaded. The collector isn't interested in money. If you didn't pay him, then how did you get the picture? Moika, you told her? I told you that was private. Well, since you know anyways. When the client started following me home, I was desperate, so I asked the collector for something that would make him stop bothering me. In exchange, he asked for only one thing. What did he ask for? I used to carry a photo of my dad on me all the time. He died when I was 7 years old, and I never told anyone I had it. Somehow he knew. In exchange for the photo, he gave me the incriminating photo for free. What choice did I have? I was scared, but what? Ever since then, I feel like I forget my dad's face a little bit more every day. It gets more and more fuzzy. Why don't you go back and get it? His shop is right under this arcade. You can get to it through an elevator, but I never found him again after that day. The elevator doesn't work normally. I tried, you know, just to see. He controls it and leaves a sign that it's turned on. What? You never told me that. I didn't want you going after him, Moeka. He's dangerous. Listen, I appreciate everything you did for me, really, but don't go after him. Something isn't right with him. I appreciate the concern, Akane, but there's no need to worry about me. I'm sure I've come up against a lot worse than him. Look for 3 paper cranes hanging in front of the elevator. If you see them, you'll be able to go down. That's all I can tell you. Thanks. Stay safe, you two. It's a shame we can't play any of the arcade games or crane games while we're here. Was that paper crane here before? There's 1 paper crane. Alright. Tiny ramen shops. Tourist. I doubt he speaks enough Japanese to be helpful to me. I wonder if we have to help other people before more cranes will appear. Or we have to get more paper cranes. Is this the bookstore? Oh yeah. It's Atsushi's bookstore. Doesn't look like he's around. Suppose I lucked out getting an apartment that allows animals. If I didn't, you'd probably find me in a cat cafe every other day. Well, let's go see the cats. There's so many. About the collector you mentioned earlier. The cat breeder? Yeah, sure, but now's not a good time. Tomo keeps throwing up and pooping a lot. I'm worried he might be really sick. I don't know what to do. When did all this start? Yesterday, his tummy seemed a little upset, but I didn't think much about it. But this afternoon, he really started to, explode, if you catch my drift. Sorry. I don't get it, though. Nothing in his diet has changed. That does sound odd. What's he eat normally? Oh, you know, the usual stuff. Sashimi, mostly. Sashimi? You're joking, right? Chat, what is sashimi? I feel like I probably should know this, but I don't. No, of course not. Why would I joke about that? You can't feed a cat sashimi. Of course you can. In the wild, cats catch fish right out of the streams. It's the same thing. Okay, so I guess sashimi is some sort of fish-based human food. That's not exactly the same. I have a cat, and I bet you feed it those store-bought foods with all the extra vitamins and minerals added in, right? Well, yeah. Ha! Sucker, you bought into the corporate lies about pet health. Kitties can't be healthy eating that chemical swill. Chemical swill. Well, my cat's also not puking everywhere, so... Sorry, guess you're right. I got a little carried away there. I didn't mean to be rude, especially since you're only trying to help. That's all right. Your cats do seem pretty healthy. Was there anything different about today's lunch order? Now that you mention it, I usually only order one box from Soichi, the sushi vendor next door, but for the last few days I've received 2 boxes. I didn't really think anything of it until you mentioned it. Oh, what do I do? Say, you don't seem too busy. Why? Why don't I seem busy? I am busy. I am very busy. Do I have a face that says, please give me errands? Well, no, but you're a fellow cat lover, and you seem so nice. It would only take a second to go talk to Soichi himself. Honest, I would, but I can't leave the store. I can't even think straight about the cat collector or anything else until this is off my mind. Please go talk to him. That'll be nice. Alright, I'll have a chat with this Soichi and see what he knows. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. Very noisy cats. Oh. Hi, Soichi, right? I was wondering if you can set up recurring lunch orders? Maybe twice a week or something? Yup, that's no problem at all. We do that kind of thing for a lot of businesses around here. Why do you ask? I was just at the cat cafe next door and saw one of your boxes, and work's moving me here in a few weeks, so I thought I'd see what my options were. You came from Sachiko's place, huh? Yeah, she's had a standing order with me for years. I'm surprised a woman so small can eat 2 whole boxes. 2 boxes? No, her order is only for 1. If she was ordering 2, I'd suspect she was feeding it to her cats. Yeah, feeding it to her cats. Hey, Techie Rob. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? You guys, please go follow Techie Rob, who is a fellow retro streamer doing Sega games recently. Hope you're having a good weekend, or had a good weekend. Yeah, my pleasure. Feeding him to her cats. Yeah, that would be crazy. Anyway, do you normally deliver them yourself? Sachiko's right next door and a very sweet lady, so I always try to do it personally. Oh yeah, we were just in there, Techie Rob, but I think we'll have to go back. Yeah, they've got cat cafes, maid cafes, cat-themed maid cafes, maid-themed cat cafes? I don't know. That said, when it gets a bit hectic, I ask some of the other regulars around here to run it up for me instead. If you see Sachiko, make sure to give her my regards. I'll try to get up there next time. So, about that standing order you wanted to set up? Oh, I need to think about it a little bit more. I'll get back to you later. Thanks for the help. A little sketchy maybe, but definitely not a cat poisoner. Finding who supplied that second box should lead me to a suspect. Right, yeah. Cafes where the cats and the maids can go to relax. As opposed to helping the other people relax. Yeah, we'll just go up to the next guy we see on the street and be like, "You poison cats." What did you have for lunch? Huh? That's a weird thing to ask. I got a box lunch from the convenience store. Why? You wouldn't catch me dead in a place like that. I hate cats. Every time I see one, they always try and scratch me. I can't think it will be just as simple as walking up to the nearest guy on the street and being like, "You poison cats." Cats? No, I don't like cats. I have an allergy. Understand? Lunch? I'm not interested. Thank you. You like cat cafes? Huh? Yeah, sure, they're alright. I used to have a cat growing up. What did you have for lunch? Why? You asking me on a date? Lady, when I'm on the clock, I usually get a box of sushi from Soichi down the street. Okay, so what place is this? Oh. There are a few salary men gathered around looking at pictures of high school girls posted on the wall. I've got no interest in going inside a place like that unless I have to. I think that's the JK Cafe. Where, what's your name, Akane works. I mean, it'd have to be somebody who frequents the cat cafe to know that, the proprietor feeds the sushi to the cats. Is sashimi a type of sushi? I assume we'll have to get her help later. Oh no, we can't leave, we're trapped. Then spend 20,000 yen on cat pancakes.
Ayami-nyan, back so soon?
Hi, is Mina-nyan back yet? I was hoping to ask her about that dressmaker you mentioned earlier.
Oh, well, she's here, but, well, the thing is, I don't think she'll be able to talk. Something awful has happened. It's really bad.
How bad are we talking?
Monumentally. Horrifically terrible, Ayami-nyan. The perfect storm of soul-crushing existential dread.
That bad?
Oh, Ayami-nyan is so kind-hearted. Maybe she'll talk to you. Wait here one moment, please. Oh, hi. Yeah.
You alright? I heard something bad happened. Maybe I can help you.
I don't think we can even talk about it. Every time I think about him, I just want to go into the back and cry.
Try and relax. I'm a police officer. I'm sure I can figure out a way to make things better.
Police? Well, it's Samuel.
Samuel? Who's he? Distant relation of yours? A boyfriend? Did he hurt you? Run out with your money?
Samuel Cuddlesworth, my best friend. He's missing.
Samuel Cuddlesworth. Okay. I think I see what's happening here.
Her ultra-rare, one-of-a-kind kitty plush, Mistress Ayami-nyan. These things don't grow on trees, you know.
The teddy bear. You lost a teddy bear.
Of plush, Samuel Cuddlesworth is not a teddy bear. He was an ultra-rare cat plushie. Oh, cruel world, the hideousness of the cosmos laid bare before my very eyes. Why did I think you'd understand? No one understands. I'm all alone. We're all alone, and... Oh, I hate seeing her like this. I don't think she'll be of much use to society until she finds replacement for her beloved Cuddlesworth. And thank you for listening, Ayami-nyan. While you're here, want some pancakes?
Yeah. Listen, I can't promise you as rare of a plush as Samuel Cuddlesworth, but I'll find you something. All right?
Cuddlesworth, Samuel Cuddlesworth II, twice removed, actually. Why are you looking at me like that?
Did I lose some professionalism? Quite possibly. So, I'm guessing it has to be either the young guy, or the American, or the bouncer who poisoned the cat. But it doesn't seem likely that they would poison him intentionally, because I mean, they could just easily poison the woman. He wouldn't tell us that he hates cats if he... If he did, get sushi from Soichi, he would lie about it if he thinks we suspect him. It's really not much to go on, but... And I'm sure it'll screw up our stats if we accuse the wrong person. I don't know, I kind of feel like the bouncer could have done it by accident. And we don't know that it was poison necessarily. I wonder if the cat could have just eaten too much. The American acts like he doesn't understand. I'm terrible at this. I'd never make it in the police. Perhaps I shouldn't be walking back and forth this much. Alright. I'm probably wrong. Huh? How'd you... Wait. It's not what you think. I rent the apartment above her shop, and the furballs are always yowling all night. The nutjob owner gives them sashimi at lunch, so I just added some laxatives to it is all. It wouldn't seriously hurt them or nothing. A little cleanup is a fair paycheck for her cats keeping me up day after day. That woman's ruining my damn life and doesn't care. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that either. She should be glad it was me who taught her a lesson and not someone else. Alright, fine. I get it. You're at the end of your rope. Thing is, I'm kind of a cat person, and I'm kind of a cop. Consider this a warning. Fine, whatever you say, lady. He's a jerk. Oh yeah, I actually got it right. Mystery solved. Go back in and, Soichi, deliver your goddamn lunch orders yourself. This may not surprise you, but your upstairs neighbor isn't your biggest fan.
Takumi, that little rat, what did he do? Is Tomo going to die? If he does, I'll wring his little neck.
No, it's only some laxatives in the food. I think he wanted to ruin your day, not harm the cat seriously.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so relieved. If it's laxatives, Tomo should be fine in a day or two, once it clears out of his system. Tsk, what a little scumbag. What's his problem?
He mentioned the cats have been keeping him up at night. A few weeks of that, and anyone might crack.
You're right. I'm so used to it, I didn't notice. But I'll get a contractor to come out and see about finally soundproofing this place. Tomo, you nearly made my heart stop. I'm so glad you're okay.
Now that one mystery is behind us, could we return to our discussion about the collector?
Of course. I've only visited her twice. I wanted to add a very rare Balinese breed to the cafe, and after searching for weeks, I was convinced it was nowhere to be found in Tokyo. Just when I'd given up hope, I got an email out of the blue from her saying she has the breed I was looking for and to come to her shop. Suffice it to say, I was ecstatic. Business was going all right, so I had some money to spare too, Only she didn't want money. She wanted Panda.
Oh shit, it's the origin story of Miss Bo. Probably not.
Huh?
She wanted a panda?
No.
Oh, that was supposed to be Ayami, I think.
No, Panda was the name of an old cat I had. She was nothing special, an old mixed breed who moved to Tokyo with me when I was starting up. I doubt I would have started this business if it wasn't for him, but he was also really old and having some health problems. The collector said she'd take care of him, give him the best medical care, feed him the best food. Panda's last days would be in complete comfort. In exchange, she'd give me the Balinese kitten for free. I thought it was the right thing to do. But Panda was family. What kind of a person am I? I gave him away. I miss him so much. I tried to go back and give the kitten back for Panda, but the 3 cranes outside of her shop were gone, and I never saw her or Panda again. That's all I remember. Sorry, remembering Panda always makes me sad. Thanks for the help. I should get back to work.
That's good. Ooh, I think we got a Steam achievement. Okay. So, plushie. Maybe now we'll get to play a crane minigame. Not that I was ever that good at those in person. I mean, that's probably the point with them. Yep. Minigame. Think of other times when this has been had cranes in games. There's one in the Toy Story for the Genesis. And Grr Barely Sane.
stolen.
Hell yeah, I can't remember. Anyway. I better zoom out a bit. Now that's a cat. Okay, we only control the horizontal directions. Rigged, I tell you. Oh, let's drop it another 100 yen and see what we can do. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe that means drop whatever the crane's holding? I don't know. That damn bunny out of the way. Actually, didn't mean to do that. Oh, wow. Yeah, kitty, kitty. I'm afraid that'd be a lot harder. Can we play any video games over here? No. We're already playing a video game. Yeah, where am I going?
He's beautiful. Where did you find him? I deem you Countess Belinda Flufflestuff. Thank you, Nyan. Lady Belinda isn't Samuel, but I suppose one must learn to move on from those things.
Wow, that was quick. Anyway, since you're feeling better, can you tell me what you know about the Collector now?
Of course, Mistress Anyami Nyan. I heard She studied fashion design in France and then came to Japan. She knows everything there is to know about Akiba fashion. She designed the maid costume I have on right now. She didn't ask for money? Strange. How did you find her? Well, you probably won't believe me, but I spend a lot of time outside here promoting the cafe. Sometimes I noticed the signs would flicker. The images on them would change. I can see from the mistress's expression that she does not believe me. It's true, I swear on my 9 lives. She shows you what you want on the sign, like an invitation to trade. Then, when there's 3 paper cranes outside her shop, you go down and she knows what she has, and she shows you what she has. Her taste is impeccable. She's never wrong. Listen, I get that maids are supposed to play along with fantasies and all that, but this is kind of hard to believe, Swallow. But it's true, Anyaminyan. Supposedly, she got some local computer hacker type to give her access to some of the signs in the area remotely. I think the other shop owners here don't mind because it only happens occasionally, and the stories probably bring in more business than the signs themselves. Oh, that's her still talking. Am I missing something here? How does she know what you want? Yaminyan, you're supposed to be the detective, not me. I bet she's got webcams everywhere so she can see what the girls are wearing and try to bait them in. It's a small group of people who know that rumor to begin with anyway. It's like subliminal advertising. Nyan. Oh, Mina Nyan, what's wrong? No, it's not like that. It's not like what? This dress, the one she made for me, it was exactly what I wanted. The bells, the stitching, everything, down to the last detail. Everyone always assumed I had it commissioned, but I never told anyone the truth because I was scared. Somehow she knew exactly what I wanted, and all she asked for in return was the old handmade dress my mother and I made together. An amazing deal, right? But something wasn't right about her or the shop. I mean, who has a shop that's 4 levels deep in the basement, in a room with no other customers? I felt like some sort of criminal, even though all I was doing was getting a dress. And you know, that dress, the one I gave up, it was cheap, the stitching was subpar, and there were patches all over it from all the times I had to repair it. And despite all that, I wish I'd never given it away. Sometimes I think I should try and get it back, but the truth is I'm afraid to. I don't want to go back there. Sorry, Anyaminyan. I know I got a little serious there. That's everything I know, though. Thanks. No problem. Don't go losing her now. I wonder what it would have done if I'd eaten the pancakes this past time. If it would have increased my sanity but decreased my professionalism, maybe? That's the thing, it shows you when your stats change in the upper left corner, but if I'm really zoomed in to read all the text, I can't always move there quickly enough to read it once I hear the noise. Let's see if there are 3 cranes now.
That's it. 3 cranes. The buttons on the elevator are lit up now. Oh yeah, there's the 3rd one. This doesn't seem right. Doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. What was that? Who's there? Reyna? Is that you? Huh? Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It said the cranes can grant a wish. What is it you wish for? I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him? The collector? Collector? Crow? One of many names given to me over the years. Ah, but we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? Oh, I know who you are, Detective Ito. Or should I say, investigator. So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant when you call yourself what you call yourself now, as you've arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different. Yes. What is it, I wonder? Ah, that's it. You're like me, after a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend, they break. Am I wrong? No, nothing's been the same since Kamakura, which is where we first met and killed Reyna and got the mask. Yes, of course. That girl you murdered, Reyna. Was that your fault? Something made me. Then you are a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear. No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet. Are you so sure, Detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you made is your own? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and your joy is of your own doing or someone else's? I wonder if we're breaking the 4th wall here. I don't have time for this. Ah, of course. Our conversation is tilted toward the philosophical, but you are not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information. Facts. No. It is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want? Truly. Tanaka. I want to know what really happened to him. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me, too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine. What do you want to know? I find it interesting that someone like you would drink on the job. We had a whiskey earlier on. Huh? You mean in the hostess bar 2 weeks ago? Yeah, what of it? It seemed so obvious a mistake. Why did you make it? For information. It was for the case. I didn't think I'd get the information otherwise. Not sure, not that it changed anything. On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him? Yeah, I think that's fair. A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this? Some sort of psych test? I came here for answers. Enough with the games. It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? If you wanted information to use against me, it seems you've already got enough. Blackmail? How pedestrian. Simplistic. No, I've no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is worth the trouble. Shall we continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made it. You show such little patience, detective. Surprising, considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Reyna, she's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger? To be completely honest, I didn't see that I was being timed. And I probably didn't want to hurt her because I was, feeling bad about killing her the first time, but I don't think that's the main reason. The situation was hopeless. The best I could do was to keep her talking. Learn as much as I could. Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills twice. Is that enough to make a difference? Do they help? Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, this is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... What was it? I just didn't think to go back to my apartment and take my pills more. Ah, yes, that's right, a path. A way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now. I don't know why, but I get the hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Reyna was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure out how. Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. Why did Reyna want it so badly? It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Oh, as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself. It all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with the mask. The Kawanas? The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. In case they only give me a chance to ask one more. In the dark, whether he lives, that is more difficult. The dark. That's not the first time I've heard that. What is it? Where can I find it? A better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you? Following you at every turn? It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart. Reyna. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. The girl's thread is a complicated one. Yes, very tangled. It begins in Kabukicho and a talent agency called Omega. Kabukicho. I know it well enough. As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, changes things, and goes where it changes shape and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way, or it could tear you apart, like it almost has already. A dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer. Seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible. So what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption? I've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I am exactly who you need me to be. Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear that, how did you put it? Ah, yes, to clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now, you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you will be lost without the necessary tool. How will I know when a path's been opened? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia? An unnecessary feeling? As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. Those are like boxes and boxes. Guess. The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I'd stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people in the street. Their conversations seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right and I was a puppet after all. At the moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed to 2, and I had no choice but to march forward towards the leads I'd been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had been all but confirmed, and now I had a means, however impossible, to find them. 2 paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help. But as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose. Or maybe something would choose for me. Like me, I choose for her. Oh, okay, we can't go back to our apartment to take pills now. I think if the mask is the tool that we're going to need, it's more important to find out what we can about that first. I came here to find out about the mask, but there's something I've got to do first. 6 months ago, I sent one girl to the morgue and very nearly killed another. Since then, I'd thought of coming here to apologize to Mai Kawana countless times, but couldn't will myself to see her and be faced with my failure. I think of the fear and hurt in her eyes, and I feel nothing but shame. For my own peace of mind, I need to tell her the truth about that day, and about how I lost control. Hopefully, she can find it in herself to forgive me enough to help with my investigation of the mask. Wait, it's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms blooming? It's like nothing's changed since that day. Here, we'll just go over back to the shrine, back to where it happened. It's also possible Maya's there. Oh, hey. Cherry blossoms fell gently at my feet as I approached the Kawana family shrine. In front of me was Mai Kawana, still dressed in the outfit of the shrine maiden. She had seen me approach and stood there frozen and terrified, the same helpless look on her face as when she had a knife to her throat months before. This time, it was me she was terrified of. We were the only two people at the shrine, yet I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. A familiar presence watching from the shadows. Kill her? No. I'm not gonna do it. No, I won't do it. Why now? Why her? I don't have to do what you say. I'm not a puppet. I can choose. You, the detective from before? Why are you just standing there? Is it over? I'm fine. Sorry to disturb you. I'm here to talk to you. See, I've never been good at apologies. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since that day. I should have come sooner. You're here to apologize? Now? I didn't hear from anyone in 6 months. The police only talked to me once, and then everyone here started avoiding me and acting like it never happened. I guess that makes me the last person you'd want to see now. After that day, I'm sure some police came by and told you that I was only following procedure, but that's bull. Police in this country don't go around shooting people. I didn't feel myself and lost control, putting you at risk. Sounds vague to say I lost control at such a crucial time, I bet. But that's the truth. The truth? It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly, but every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. But that's selfish, huh? It's not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I can imagine the only other one who understands that is you, Detective. Your name's Ito, right? It's so quiet here. So it's hard to imagine something like that day in April really happened in a place so peaceful. But it did. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask the red-headed girl was after, and she denied knowing anything. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine, and she wrote that the mask was very important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma hasn't been the same since that day either. She shuts herself up in that old house and mumbles to herself about darkness and purity. I'm so worried about her. My gut tells me that the mask has something to do with it. I'm sorry. Listen to me rambling away. I bet you don't care about any of this. The truth is, I think you're right about the mask having something to do with all this strangeness. I actually came here to ask you about it. You think so too? Then let me help you. I don't know anything, but maybe Takashi does. Oh, sorry, Takashi's my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me and Grandma, but he left the first chance he got. We talk on the phone all the time, but he refuses to come back to visit. I get the feeling he knows something I don't. He won't even tell me about how my parents died. Where does your brother live now? He's an instructor at a kendo dojo in Asakusa in Tokyo. I hear he's a big shot in the kendo world. Sounds like he'd be a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me? You can try. He's never been very good at opening up to strangers, though. It's worth a shot. Thank you for helping me, Mai. We'll see if Grandma's in. Go away, no visitors. Go away, no visitors. Yeah, Grandma's in, but she's not in a chatty mood. guess we can't talk to him. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, I see. Can't go home, can't take pills, can't feed, what's her name, Princess Fluffington? Something like that. Asakusa, the home of Sensoji, one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It remains a pocket of traditional culture surrounded by the city's high-rises. My investigations up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawana would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Turns out his kendo dojo is well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking for was sensitive, and I didn't want word of my investigation finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could end up with officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukimura himself calling me up. I had to be cautious. Oh, shoot. This sounds like another part of the game where if I give the wrong answers, it has bad side effects. Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. Octopus balls. Interesting. Since octopi are so intelligent. Actually. On the bright side, our neuroses have not been going up. I was afraid they would. Oh no, I guess negative is bad for the neuroses. Kind of counterintuitive, but anyway. Trying to remember how to decrease them. Whatever. Professionalism's not that slow. Let's snack on cephalopods. Hello there. Would you be interested in buying some of the finest takoyaki in Tokyo? This isn't the cheap stuff you buy at a food stand at a festival. They will make you question everything you knew about octopus in ball form. Who can say no to that sales pitch? Sure, I'll take some. octopus in ball form. What a weird way to say it. Wow, you're right. This is maybe the best takoyaki I've had. Thank you, miss. Best takoyaki on all the islands. Wait, did that just... No, that did reduce my neuroses, so... that's a good thing. I think all it did was... I don't know, I saw it decrease my professionalism a little bit. Because, you know, professional detectives don't eat octopus in ball form. They eat octopus in square form. Tourists, likely. I can hear them speaking English. My English isn't so great, so I doubt they'll be of much help, but I wonder what they're talking about. Hello there. Is there something we can help you with? Huh? I don't speak... Wait, Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect. As a college professor, if it wasn't, I'd probably be out of a job. I'm no college professor, but I work in a Japanese software company, so I'd be in a bit of trouble too. Huh? Don't look at me, I just live here. Well, not in Tokyo, in the suburbs. Whoa, I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry. I never would have thought... would you prefer to speak in English instead? No! I mean, no. Please, Japanese is fine. Sorry. I wasn't meaning to be nosy. I guess I don't see people wearing yukata this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? Huh, no. We come to Asakusa every year, and the yukata became part of the tradition after a while. I guess it makes us stand out more than we already do, huh? I'm guessing that's the robe they're wearing. Is it yukata? Don't knock tradition, Tony. Admittedly, my legs are a little cold, though. Couldn't hurt. You guys come here every year? You must know the area pretty well by now. I'm looking for a kendo dojo where Takashi Kawana works. It should be in this area. Kawana? Why does that name sound so familiar? Oh, right. He's the kendo instructor at the dojo right behind us. People say he's some kind of prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time. Supposedly, he's very particular about who he trains. I hope he doesn't want to waste his time with people. I suppose he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. It makes sense when you think about it. With how good he is, he must get a ton of wannabe kendo masters coming to him. Seems like he trains a lot of police, too. In the time we've been standing here, we've seen a few come in and out. All that, and I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. I'd heard talk about an interdepartmental kendo tournament. It's become a matter of pride for the different regional departments. I wish my work did martial arts competitions between departments. Nothing would work out the unspoken tension between me and my boss, quite like a good smack to the jawline. Police fighting each other, huh? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have to use force all that much, though. Yeah. Anyway. How do you know so much about the dojo, anyway? I mean, I live in Shinagawa, and I don't know anything that's that specific about it. You see, it says so right here in the dojo's flyer. He was out here about 10 minutes before you came, handing these out. Kind of seemed a little pricey, so we didn't talk to him, though. I admit it would have been much cooler if we'd known that off the top of our head. But we're glad to be able to help you regardless. Makes me feel a little silly now. Trying to learn more about him from a flyer. Considering he trained so many police, I'm surprised I never heard of him until now. Huh? Are you associated with the police somehow? Huh? Who? Me? No. Oh, of course not. I'm an investigator, see? Like a, private detective. Listen, if anyone comes by asking about a female detective, just, sorry, I don't speak Japanese, right? Exactly. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys. Our pleasure. Good luck at the dojo, and let us know if you learn any kendo tricks. The men in the department always puffed out their chests when they talked about the kendo competitions, like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid it much attention. Still, it's strange that someone related, however faintly, to the mask has yet another tie to my old life. Takashi Kawana seems like an interesting guy, but very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. Okay. Let me just check the time. Oh wow. Close to midnight. Well, we'll play a little bit more. Yes, at least make it through 2 hours. This looks like the dojo I was looking for. It has a very traditional aesthetic. Who are you? A friend of mine. You're a friend of my sister's? You expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Alright, I guess Mai is I think she's a teenager. Really? You think I wouldn't recognize you? You're that officer who was at the shrine in April who almost got her killed. And now you're lying about it, pretending to be your friend, to no doubt to get something from me. I mean, I did kill the person who was trying to kill her. Let's just throwing that out there. I mean, And let's see how it would have turned out if I hadn't shot. Don't look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read is all. After your intimacy in Kamakura, I heard Mai crying over the phone every night for a month. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of here, before myself or one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Maybe Mai will know how to soften her brother up. No, may not have gone well no matter which option I picked. Oh, right, the tea shop. I wonder if we'll get to go into all these places eventually, like the tea shop, the ramen shop, the chicken shop, JK Cafe. Was there another we were able to look at but weren't going to? I'm spending so much time so zoomed in, it looks weird when I'm zoomed all the way out. Pardon me. Assuming Maya's still at the shrine. There's little Mai. I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem happy to see me. Yup, you found my big brother, all right. He's been protective of me ever since we were little. I know I'm probably overstepping my boundaries, but would you be willing to come talk to him? I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. You want me to help? You know, seeing you again has really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. I need to understand why my family has been acting so strangely. Even my own brother is keeping me in the dark. I'm sick of it. Sure, I'll come with you, Ito. If I went alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me on my way. But if you're there, I'm sure he'll tell me about my parents, the mask and everything. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes not knowing is better, Mai. No, no more stupid little Mai. I'd rather be hurt and know than happy and ignorant. But before we go, let's check in on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am, it can really set her off. Alright, we'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, Mai. Assuming she's receiving callers now. I said no visitors. Leave me alone. Grandma, it's me. Please open the door. Mai? Oh, Mai, it's you. Please come in. Yes, come in. Wait, what is she doing here? It's okay, Grandma. She wants to help. Help? Ha! Don't make me laugh. You were supposed to help me, remember? I felt something, and you were going to free me from the past. Free you? Are you talking about the mask? Do not discuss that horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it. like needles in my skin, dragging me to it. In my dreams, I can still see that place. Have you seen it too, detective? A dark place where those we've lost reside. I'm so old and have wasted so much time, and yet the pain won't go away. My poor Emiko. I miss her so much. If only I could have found her. Emiko? You mean Mom? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. Takashi told me she died after I was born. Yes, of course. You shouldn't be asking about such things, Mai. If it weren't for this woman, you'd be safe at the shrine. No, Grandma, you're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. I'm going to see Takashi. If you don't tell me the truth, he will. Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the past will solve nothing. Ever since you were little, I've done what I could to protect you and your brother. Please don't go down this path. You look so much like her, you know. Your mother. And you, detective. Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen, what you think you're able to do. But keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough. You don't know anything about me, and besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family. Tell me, do you know the story of Izanagi and Izanami? Grandma, this again? I'm sure Ito's not interested in hearing some old myth. Really, we should get going. Stay right there. Though I've told you this story so many times, you don't seem to grasp its importance. I think it would be of use to this woman to hear it. Izanagi and Izanami were the first of the gods, known to us as the Kami. In legend, it was the drops of ocean water that fell upon Izanagi's jeweled spear that created the islands of Japan. When they descended to our lands, they brought their love and devotion with them to the realms of mortals. Izanagi and Izanami had many children, the deities of nature that inhabit the natural world all around us. For a time, life was peaceful. However, as Izanami gave birth to Kagutsuchi, the kami of fire, she was horribly burnt and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay dying, and faced with her mortality, new kami were born from her suffering, kami that hid away from the light. When Izanami passed, Izanagi was inconsolable, and in his rage, he struck down the child that killed his love. Unable to accept her death, he ventured deep underground to Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead. Half blind and distraught with grief, he wandered in the darkness until he finally heard the voice of his beloved. Though unable to see her face, Izanagi begged Izanami to return with him. Izanami replied that she would try, and asked the god of Yomi no Kuni permission to return to the land of the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see his love, Izanagi set his comb alight in order to look upon his lost love. What greeted him was the sight of her decaying, worm-eaten face. In horror, Izanagi attempted to flee Yomi no Kuni. Izanami, enraged, sent dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly escaping, Izanagi sealed the entrance to Yomi no Kuni with a great boulder. So you see, it is our mortality that brings suffering into the world, yet resisting it is a perversion of the natural order. Being mortal means we must accept that we cannot control life and death. Detective, some things cannot be changed, and some doors should never be opened. You must stop. Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things. The story may be a myth, but there is truth within it. Can't you see this? The things you pursue, they're unnatural, unclean. Heed my warning and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. Find these bastards. First those bastards take my Emiko, then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. Come here. Come here, my sweet child. We must keep you away from her. No, Grandma. I told you already. I'm going to see Takashi. I'm an adult now. You can't tell me what to do anymore. No, you can't. You can't go. We must protect our family from outsiders, You're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal. Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much the lies have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ito. You're delusional. You tell us stories about kami and spirits. Takashi might hide things from me too, but at least he makes sense. This time, he's going to tell me the truth about everything. About Mom and Dad too. No, stop. I'll tell you how your parents... how they... You can't, can you? You've never told me how they died. The reason always changed every time I asked. No, please. You must listen. They might be listening. They're still out there. And they haven't forgiven me. Can't you see? Oh, hey. Amora the cat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. How are you doing tonight? They? What are you talking about? You're insane. I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon. Don't go, please. Goodbye, Grandma. Oh, nice. Just waking up, so it's the morning for you. Yeah, it's really late at night here. I'll probably like after the next, fairly soon wrap it up. I know I tend to stream too late. I'm sorry. She's gotten much worse since you last saw her. Okay, 3 a.m. Yeah, over here it's just about midnight. No, it's fine. Why do you think she told us that story? About Izanagi? I don't know. It was kind of creepy, wasn't it? She was talking about it like she really believed it. Come on, let's go and see Takashi. Oh, there's that guy. What's his name? Magira, that's right. Whoa, whoa. Where do you think you're going? Mai and I are leaving. What of it? Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from Mai's grandmother, and she says she's having health issues, so she has to stay. I didn't ask what they were. Wouldn't want to be caught fainting on my shift again, but it must be pretty bad if she called. Mai's an adult. Her grandmother can't keep her here. Let's go. No, you don't understand. You're not going anywhere. He seemed a lot more goofy and mild-mannered the first time we talked to him. Oh, I know. That's one of the things with Twitch. You're into people from all over the world. Like, you know, sometimes people from England or like people from... I have some friends from like, Australia and New Zealand who hang out here, and I'll be like, hey, hope your evening is going well. And they're like, it's tomorrow afternoon. One of the nice things about Twitch is there's always somebody online. I can go, but I mean, we'll just have to leave here eventually. Well, given that we have no other option. Oh, wow. Much for the professionalism. Ito, what are you doing? Is he going to be okay? Yeah, I agree, Amora. You meet great people from all over the world. It's really fun. And also people playing all kinds of different games. He'll be up again in a few hours. Why did he stop us like that? He's never done that before. Still, you shouldn't have done that. He'll be fine. Let's go. Wait, we can't just leave him here. What if he's hurt? Mai, let's go. He might not be the only one who wants to stop us. But fine. Let's go. And still, that's the only place to let us go, yeah. Asakusa. That would be awesome, getting to go like visit in person all the people you meet on Twitch. Yeah. Which I know they have TwitchCon, which I'll probably go to one of these years and hopefully get to meet some of the people there. But still, like, not everybody can make it there, and I know it's especially depending on where you live and where it's held. I'll just assume young Mai is with us. He wanted to call her Little Mai, like from the Moomin books. Mai? What are you doing here? Did she make you come? It's not like that, Takashi. It was my idea. I asked her to come talk with you, but you sent her away. This woman almost got you killed. You expect me to cooperate with her? Surely, if you need to talk to me, you can come yourself. My sister doesn't need to be involved. No!
If I came alone, you'd just evade all my questions like you always do. Besides, there's something I need you to see.
See what? What are you talking about?
Where did you get that? Put it away. So, you do know what it is. I knew you were hiding something from me. That's not true. I wasn't hiding it. It's not something you ever needed to know about. Besides, why is she carrying it in the first place? Wait, don't change the subject. This isn't about Ito. Mai, I understand that you're upset with me, but we should talk about this another time. Furthermore, the mask has nothing to do with you. You're wrong. Back in April, when Mai was held at knife point by another girl, it was this mask she was after. A mask your family is connected to. Looking for it? I suppose I've been a fool to think I could keep the truth of our family's past away from you. The past? Does this have to do with Mom and Dad? Yes, and so much more. I first saw that mask when I was a child, before you were born. The truth is, it belonged to a cult called the Kamen Kai, of which our parents were members. Oh, thank you so much for the host, Amor the cat. I really appreciate it. Bitch.
There we go. Until Twitch or Streamlabs or whatever it is cleans up their act, I have to trigger the host alerts manually.
A cult? You're kidding. How'd your parents get mixed up in that? I know how it sounds. I find it hard to believe myself.
Amora, okay. Thanks.
They were a group led by a guru named Tokimasa, who promised a simpler life, away from the hypocrisy and falseness of city life. Our parents both had master's degrees, and my mother was on her way to earning her PhD. They chose to give up their lives and their careers to follow some mystic and live on a compound instead. The Kamen Kai were one of many such groups back then. I was a child and didn't understand, but thinking about how our parents were deceived and what they put me and Mai through, it's unforgivable. The mask was on the compound, but for what purpose or what they believed it could do, I don't know. Do you think there are any members of the Kamen Kai left who know? No. You see, there are no surviving members. They died, all of them, including our parents. I'm sorry, I don't remember much about it. One night, Grandma came into the room where we were sleeping, said we had to go. The compound was in the woods, so it was dark and I could barely see, but she kept charging forward with Mai in her arms and me dragging behind. When we were back in Tokyo several days later, Grandma told me that our parents were dead. She didn't seem sad. It was as if she expected it. The government censored much of what happened, so I was never able to learn how they died. Me and Grandma didn't speak of it, ignoring it as if my childhood and everything that happened in those woods was all a bad dream. If it wasn't for her, we'd probably be dead with our parents, but ignoring it couldn't erase the anger I felt towards them. I wonder if they even cared what might happen to us. As a high schooler, I spent more time trying to find out about the Kamen Kai than I did studying.
felt that if I could understand why my parents so willingly gave up their lives and abandoned us, I'd stop feeling so betrayed. But I was wrong. Nothing I found gave me any peace. Mom and Dad died as part of some cult? I don't believe it. It's true. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I guess that in hiding it from you, I was able to hide away my feelings as well. I think for Grandma it was too painful to talk about. I believe she took possession of the shrine in order to live a simpler life. We had to keep it secret. There's no way we could live a normal life with the stigma of the common Kai attached to us. I suppose keeping that secret hurt us both dearly. For me, pursuing Kendo gave me some measure of control over my life again. But Grandma, who made a choice to leave her only daughter behind, she always seemed to carry the guilt of it with her. She started going out at night, babbling about how she was looking for Mom. When she'd come home, she would have a rotten stink in her clothes. I was too scared to confront her, so I tipped off the police. They found her wandering in the sewer, holding nothing but the mask. The same one from the cult compound all those years before, and the one you hold now. I was shocked when they gave it to me. I hadn't seen it for so long, and all the unpleasant memories from the past came flooding back. That was when I decided to leave Kamakura. It was the only way I could move on with my life. That doesn't account for how the mask ended up with your grandmother in the first place. I don't know how she got it. It seemingly appeared out of thin air, or maybe someone gave it to her. She never said. I left the mask with her. It always made me uneasy. It had a strange aura about it. Wait, Grandma was looking for Mom? In the sewers? I don't remember any of this. Hey, Abracadaggers, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, it's good to see you again. Hope you haven't... Oh, yeah, I hope everybody's had a good Easter. Almost forgot about that. You were in the dorms at your school at the time. Grandma's strange behavior was part of why I insisted on you going to those private schools away from Kamakura. I couldn't drag you into the madness of our past. We parted ways without ever speaking of it, and she was much better by the time you returned to Kamakura. Detective, what exactly is it that you're looking for? Surely our family's history isn't of use to you. I assume you've heard about what happened to my partner. This mask was there again when he died. It's more than an ornament. I need to know where it came from. If that's true, then I want to help. Your partner, he seemed like a nice person. No, Mai. You've helped plenty, but I have to do this on my own. Ito is right. I apologize for not telling you all this sooner, but you can't be involved in something so dangerous. I already thought I'd lost you that day at the shrine. I wouldn't forgive myself if something happened to you now. Oh, no, you had to ban someone from the restaurant? I'm sorry about that. I know it's like if somebody needs to be banned, it's better to ban them, but still, that must be stressful. And hopefully it wasn't somebody you knew well. I imagine that makes it harder. Alright. Thank you for finally telling me the truth, Takashi. I'll head back for now. I hope you remember that I'm your sister. I may not remember the same things you do, but we're still family. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for your help, Mai. You're right, Mai. I'll come visit you soon. It looks like she's gone. Mai's not here. There's no need to be coy. No doubt taking possession of that mask has taken its toll on you. Even in the brief time I was in contact with it, I felt an immense darkness behind it. I had such strange dreams and saw things I never could have dreamed up on my own. There was always an unusual air about it that I couldn't stand to be around. Maybe lying to Mai again makes me a hypocrite. All I know is I don't want her getting hurt. But like you said, I don't believe the mask is simply wooden paint, though I doubt anyone else would believe it. Oh man. Oh man, you forgot to get him a salad. Well, that's quite an encounter, but God, that's crazy that he was yelling at you like that when you came near him. He sounds a very unpleasant person. Possibly disturbed. Possibly just a jerk. No one ever did, except for the old man. On this street, there's an old tea shop. Perhaps you saw it on the way in. An old historian named Yasuhisa is there occasionally. He was the only one who ever acknowledged what I said about the mask as truth. If you're looking for information on the mask, he may be the best person to ask. I never pursued the topic with him, but I speak with him occasionally on other topics. His mind is a vault of valuable information. Oh gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. Having a screaming match with him. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that it's hard to know how to react when someone's screaming at you. Hopefully he can shed some light on what it really is. I hope so, but please, detective, be careful. Okay, after the tea house, I think I'm probably going to have to call it a stream. It is getting fairly late. Good, I'm glad that now that enough time has passed that you're able to laugh about it. Yeah, I would be pretty mad about it too. But I'm glad other customers tipped well and you'll never have to deal with that guy again. And if he does try to come into your restaurant, you can shoot him for trespassing. I think that's how that works. If he's banned, he's trespassing. Keep in mind that Purblind Gamer LLC does not condone, taking a rifle to annoying people and does not give legal advice. Welcome. Come in. Do sit down. No need to be so formal and stand there like a statue. Stand your ground, restaurant edition. I can see those laws being somewhat useful if there was some restaurant version of that. Some customers can be quite a handful. How can I help you? Are you Yasuhisa? Takashi told me to come and speak with you. Oh, And how is Mr. Kawana? Still prickly as ever, I suppose. I've always found him to be wise beyond his years, though perhaps not by choice. I digress. My apologies. It's the quirks that come with old age, you know. What does Mr. Kawana think I can help you with? I'm looking into a few things related to the Common Kai, the group his family got mixed up in. Ah, a more difficult answer than you might expect. You see, there are two groups that share that name. The first, as you know, is the religious group formed by the Guru Tokimasa. The second is an ancient order over 1,000 years old. What's that you're holding? I was told it's related to the Common Kai, the newer one, and that you could tell me about it. Ah, that explains many things, child. A far-off look in your eyes, for one. I imagine you have many, many questions. Masks are interesting, are they not? They are meant to be a disguise, and yet a mask cannot lie or contort itself to hide the truth. In this case, it is the mask that is more truthful than the human faces we hide underneath them. I wonder how you came to be in possession of an object with such a dark history. Chinatown Detective Agency. That sounds familiar. Maybe either somebody recommended it to me, or... Did GOG send out an email about it being on sale a while back? Seems like that might have been where I heard it. Have you played that, Abracadackers? I think it might be related to a missing person, but I don't know anything about it beyond that. Okay, it's a new point and click. That's probably what it was. It was like maybe it wasn't released or a demo came out. I got an email from GOG about it. Don't have time to look through all those emails. I'd be tempted to buy more games. Too many games. Ah, but that itself is the essence of history. Layers upon layers of personal connections that are continuously peeled back to their root. Oh. Interesting. You have to do research outside of the game to solve the puzzles. Like, real mixed media. Now that's interesting. Relics like the one you hold often take unusual routes to where they end up. Relic? It's from the Common Kai cult from the 90s, and I'd hardly call it a relic. Misguided and deceptive as he was, Tokimasa was no fool. In order to gain new followers, he needed to give his cult historical legitimacy. He collected obscure objects and gave them new meanings that he could control in order to manipulate his followers. The mask was what he chose, along with the name of the group that created it. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, so you played Chinatown Detective Agency. And what is Norco? Is that a game with a similar mechanic where you have to research outside the game? Wait, Norco. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I guess so. Only, I guess I was hoping you could tell me some other things about it. For instance? Like, why? Now that I'm about to say it out loud, it sounds silly. I'm sorry I bothered you. Don't be silly. You wonder, for example, why holding the mask seems to take you to another place. Or perhaps why you can see visions that don't seem real. Why you feel a strong will exerting itself on you. Oh, okay. Cyberpunk version of New Orleans. It's like really emotionally affecting. Did you tell me about that game before, Abracadaggers? Or was it someone else? I thought I'd heard of it, but so hard to keep track of so many games. But that does sound really good. Oh yes, I know all about those things too. How can you know about that? When Tokimasa was in possession of it, he believed it showed him a path to the realm of the gods. He wrote extensively on the subject. Though unlike most, I don't discount such phenomena as the ravings of a madman when the phenomena repeats itself. Oh, okay. Yeah, you did tell me about it when you were starting it, and after the ending, it still turned out to be really good. No, that's cool. I should try and check that out. I assume it's available on GOG or Steam. Norco. Do you look into the inky blackness and see familiar shapes in the shadows? Not shadows. I see and hear people who are supposed to be dead. I find things I couldn't possibly have found otherwise. Most fascinating. Tell me, detective. Oh, apologies. Do you mind if I call you that? Okay, it is. And it's on Game Pass. Yeah, one of these days I probably will sign up on Game Pass. But no, probably you only get one free month. I should probably wait. Or I could just, keep signing up and pay for it, but don't want to sign up for too many things. Still, I got to at least look through Game Pass and see what they have. Okay, it's the best value in games today. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it, especially if, you can play through some of the games that month. I mean, but I guess the only thing is you have to keep paying for it to keep access to the games, right? It's like, as opposed with like a humble choice, you pay the fee and then you own the games forever. I don't remember telling you that I was a detective. Ha! My mistake. You must forgive me. A slip of the tongue. I believe it was the way you carried yourself. Determined investigators such as yourself has such a sense of purpose in their mannerisms, you see. Oh, okay, right, yeah, the same principle as Netflix for Game Pass. That makes sense. It's, there are plenty of games you just want to play once, so it's a good thing for that. And you do seem rather determined to get to the bottom of whatever it is you're chasing. Tell me, does telling you that your experiences are not an illusion provide you any level of comfort? I'm not sure, but I do feel something. Maybe hope? It's like I've finally got a foothold on solid ground. Ah, yes. Knowledge is a light in dark places, is it not? To think a relic of such import would end up with a detective. Do you mind if I ask you something? Which do you believe? Are our lives controlled by fate? Pre-measured threads that determine our deeds, our wishes, and our ends the minute we come into existence? Okay, like just based on your Steam page, you wouldn't have bought it. Well, that's good. You did end up getting to play it through that then. Your fate, or conversely, is our thread subject to the chaos inherent in the universe instead? Does it change according to our deeds and that which happens to us seemingly by accident? Do you believe it is fate or chance that decides which threads of life are cut short and which are followed? Oh, there. Yeah, there. Put it against the window. Light colored. Question humans have wrestled with for generations, and I can't seem to come up with the answer on the spot. Yeah, let's go with fate. Yes, of course. Maybe you feel your life has been somewhat out of your control as of late. Oh, right, Clotho, Atropos, and Lachesis, the three fates. However you pronounce them. You know, those old women we saw when we played Disney's Hercules, the action game. With spiders in their noses and big scissors, yeah, those ones. Control, huh? To be honest, I don't feel like I've had much of that since the mask came to me. You said the mask was made by the older Kamenkai. Why? Confusing me can't be the purpose it was made for. Ah yes, a more complicated answer than you might have wished for. And many other incarnations of Greek mythology, but also the Hercules movie. Indeed, it should come as no surprise that the creation of such a mysterious object is equally enigmatic. Perhaps you could do me a favor. Don't worry, it is in relation to this very topic. An important book has gone missing from my shop. If you could retrieve it for me, I feel it could shine a great deal of light on the subject. What kind of book? A book of the missing variety. I'm sorry, I jest. It concerns the mask bearer. Yeah. It is. I remember watching that movie as a kid, but after playing the game for the first time a few months ago, I've been meaning to watch Disney's Hercules again. Yeah, the Yasuhisa, was that his name? Yeah, Yasuhisa is awesome. A book of the missing variety. Mask bearer, huh? That's me, right? Although you carry it, that does not make you its bearer. All will become clear when the book is returned to me. Sounds easy enough. Where can I start looking? Oh, you needn't go far. The man who has it is right outside this building. In fact, excuse me, as I said, it's not much of an errand, but I, of course, cannot leave my shop. He's right outside. This won't take long. I'll be right back. Okay, who do I have to rough up? decided just drinking wine tonight. Like, not homemade wine this time, just ordinary store-bought 1.75 liters for $6 wine. It's not bad, though. Yeah, maybe it's Mr. Octopus Balls who stole the book. The old tea shop next door? Isn't that place closed down? Closed? That can't be right. What else do you know about it? That's a good question. The bottle's somewhere else. I don't have a very sophisticated palate. I think I got a Cabernet Sauvignon. I don't know. I kind of like red wine, but I also know it has more health benefits, so another reason to drink it. Now, I can just figure out a way that cheap vodka has those health benefits, and you need to have a glass of that every day. And apparently there are no antioxidants in cheap vodka. Or so I hear. Pure conjecture on this one, but I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street, on account of him being the only one I ever see in there. That's a good question. I guess I like sweet wines a lot, but I've developed more of a taste for tart wines because I like sour things in general. Especially reds. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there, chatting away to himself. Possibly he's a little nuts. Then again, it might be some super awesome kendo meditation technique. Oh man, why didn't I think of that before? You're partial to the tartar wines too. He can't see Suhisa? I'm not sure if I buy this. Next time I ought to ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, eh? Word through the grapevine is that he's a regional champion or something, and he's trained some of the best. Lots of cops train with him too, so he must be good. Maybe he's not so crazy after all. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book taken from there? Maybe recently? I was led to believe you would. Oh jeez. Go on. Like I said, the place had been empty for years, but do you know, I spend a lot of time outside it, and half the time, the door's wide open. Yeah, I don't know what all they're trained in, but yeah, apparently they train a fair amount in combat in Japan. And they did, like we shot someone earlier the character kind of said later, that wasn't standard operating procedure. You pretty much, in Japan, if you're the police, you pretty much never shoot someone. You can kind of see why we didn't know the circumstances. She was about to kill, or potentially going to kill a hostage with a knife, but we were also kind of pushed to do it. But yeah, it's like, apparently the police in Japan aren't quite as trigger happy as the police in some other countries I couldn't mention. Exhibit A, I'm sitting in it. It's America. Yeah, the shootings are pretty rare in Japan. So, one day, a few months back, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or nothing. I was just curious is all. One moment, Jeff. We got a bot in the house. Bobo book. More like Botbo book. Bobo book underscore. Ah, thought you were gonna drink me, didn't you, Bobo? Yeah, Botbo book. I feel like that could be a mid-boss in a video game. Yeah. Thanks, Bobo book. Oh, curiosity killed the cat, right? Who's game again? Haruto. Anyway, it was all dusty and old, and there was all sorts of weird stuff laying around, so I might have taken a little souvenir. Yes, Botbot books in Botman stage of Mega Man. I feel like Botman would be a great name for a Mega Man boss. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. And besides, it wasn't for me, it was for my kid brother. That guy can get deep in the dumps sometimes, so I try to be on standby for when that happens, you know? So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. And back then, he was going through some particularly tough times. His bitch wife, pardon my language, miss, had left him and taken their kid daughter with him. He still doesn't talk about it, like he's in denial or something. Whoops, got off track again. I was heading to visit him with the, ill-gotten book, and when I got this phone call saying he was in the hospital. Yeah, you can't just go around calling your brother's evil ex-wife his bitch wife. That's, language. I wonder how old he's supposed to be. Or often in anime I have trouble figuring out people's age. It's like a lot of them look fairly young, unless they're really old. He'd OD'd on expensive sake and sleeping pills. Thank God that idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. A customer came in and called an ambulance. If it weren't for that, I'm not sure he'd still be here. That's quite a story. Sounds to me like he wanted to be found. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. It was a terrible, I shouldn't say. I would say I think there are better ways to ask for help. But he got the help. Either 16 or 55, yeah. In any case, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital. Tried to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was someone out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped. For a minute, anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to that toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He's got issues, but he's my little brother, and I worry about him. He's not been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put his skill to work in a cheap part of town. Despite that, he's holding on to it with everything he's got. I wonder. Could it? No, that wasn't him. Yeah, now let's keep it civil, Haruto. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let it go. All he has to do is sign some paper and move on, but he can't. Something about it has its claws sank deep into him.
I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef, and we could make a killing. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passers-by and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Plus, food stands are doing really well around here. I'm wondering if they're setting up for Daiso to be his brother. Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku at any rate. Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slimy little side street. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he probably still got it at his place. You want the address? Wait, I knew you looked familiar. Your brother's Daiso, right? You know him? Small world. It was probably the smile on my face that threw you off. Tell him his brother, not Haruto, says hi. While you're at it, tell him that takoyaki stands are still the future of cuisine, and to get his butt over here. I'll do that, and I'll tell him you called his ex-wife a bitch, and we'll see how well it goes over for you. Thanks for all your help. It's pituitary, it's almost 1. Okay. We'll talk to Daiso and get the book, and then I'm gonna end the stream and raid somebody. It's late. And I don't have work tomorrow. But I got lots of shit I need to do. Yep, still railroading us. Still won't let us go back to apartment and take our pills and feed our cat. Ooh, wait, let's see if our old buddy Goto is back. Oh. Can't go in there anymore. Not welcome. Hi, Ayami. How can I help you today? Hey, Daiso. How are things? Oh, you know. Same old, same old. Funny thing. I met your brother while I was in Asakusa today. Haruto? You met Haruto? What are the chances? No, I haven't seen Dame Karen very much at Abracadaggers. I saw her in another stream maybe a week ago. Might have been Captain Peel Cards. She's still around, and hopefully she's doing well. I always enjoyed talking to her. But she may just be busier. I don't know. Hopefully I'll run into her again soon. It's funny, like when you hang out in a bunch of the same Twitch channels, you get to know a bunch of the regulars, and they're like, yeah, sometimes notice when people aren't around for a while. Or like if some of the streamers I follow regularly don't stream for a while, I'm like, I wonder what's going on with them. Like, if they're going to be streaming again soon. Okay, at Neon Streamiversary. Yeah, I think I was there just briefly for that. And then I was there the other night when he got 1,000 followers. Who knows? Maybe it was predetermined. Huh. Who'd have thought it? So, is he still selling takoyaki at his stand? Did he say anything? He is. He said to remind you that takoyaki stands are the future of cuisine, and that you should go and help him. And that your ex-wife's a bitch. Okay, we probably can't say that. Oh yeah, same here, Abracadaggers. I hope she's doing well, so. Yeah, you talked to Haruto, all right. Always the optimist, that guy.
actually have a favor to ask you. Do you still have the book your brother gave you a few months ago? The only thing that guy gives me is headaches. Not sure if I can help you, Ayami. He said he gave it to you when you were in the hospital. Oh, what makes you think I was in the hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups, haha. Nobody goes to the hospital for checkups, or not generally. Oh, you guys were selling takoyaki, but it was labeled as squid. Because takoyaki specifically octopus? Like, is that a Japanese word for octopus? Because like, they were alternatively referring it to as takoyaki and octopus in ball form. It is weird. I haven't had ball octopus, but it seems like it'd be a hush puppy sort of looking thing. Besides, that dolt's bringing me stuff all the time, always trying to drag me, kicking and screaming over to the grass, over to where the grass is greener. This would have been more recently. Hell yeah, like I know we talked about before how smart octopuses are. It's like that's... yeah, maybe that's the one animal we shouldn't be eating. After a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come and ask. Oh, no, it's fine. Right, that idiot. Always running his mouth. Friggin' traitor. Those were just some hard times. Nothing serious. I just drank too much is all. I'm sorry, Detective, but I don't want to talk about it. Alright, understood. I'm not going to dig up bad memories, Daizo. Thanks. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine, though, back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite so complicated. Wait here a second. I may have it in the storeroom still. Dang it. Sorry, Ayami. Hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this old stuff out, huh? Here it is. It's yours, Detective. Wait a second. Is that Reina? No, that might be the picture of Reina without her face crossed out. Huh. Hey, no wonder I recognize that photo you brought up high. It's the same girl. An idol named Ruby. Ruby. And it said her hair was red. Perhaps that's why she's named Ruby. Yeah, it is an idol magazine. Can you read Japanese? Were you able to see what it said? I don't see it saying idol in English. Reina. No, Ruby, see? It says so right there on the cover. Pretty crazy that it was still in my shop. Guess that means you're still looking for her. I wonder why we keep running into each other. Must be fate. I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. If you say so, Daizo. Do you mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time I started getting rid of some of my old junk. Oh, okay. You're familiar with the culture. I could tell that was an idol magazine. No, it's clever how this game, brought this back. Thank you. See you around, Ayami. Take care, Daiso. We don't really have a reason to go to the sewer, do we? Just curious to see if that goofy guy was back. Okay. And, yeah, I did say we were gonna stop, and I think this is a good place. And they're really probably gonna bring the magazine back to Yasuhisa, and it'll turn out to be, something a bit longer. Yeah, I agree, Erica Daggers, the, shadowy silhouettes walking. So you get the feeling this is like a really, a big busy city, but it doesn't obscure the gameplay or become too visually confusing or graphically intense. It's a good look. It fits with the darkness and shadows. Okay. Our stats aren't terrible, actually, and our investigation is pretty good. So... Oh yeah, it does. It's possible to go... for it to decrease. Because there's some crazy stuff happening. No, I don't think it's Lovecraft, but it's definitely some weird stuff. And it's... Sanity Store kind of reminds you of Eternal Darkness. But yeah, that is... Yeah, good time to stop. Yeah, I'm still very much enjoying this game, just intrigued with the story. It's like... Yeah, I would recommend this game to anybody who likes horror and enjoys a good story. And they really did a good job with the translation. I think I've said this before, but yeah, there are really few errors. Yeah, looking forward to finding out more about what's going on. Oh yeah. I know, Eternal Darkness. I gotta play that. I actually have it for the GameCube, so one of these days I'll stream that. Oh, no worries, Erica Dagger. It's always great to have you in, and yeah, great to talk. So, I'll find somebody to raid, but to give you guys an idea of what's coming up in the future, on Wednesday's stream we'll finish Glace, the family-friendly platformer, which was a lot of fun. Really hope they finish and release the remake / reboot of it. And on Saturday we'll have Short Horror Saturday, and don't have anything specific planned. Might do a short horror FPS. I don't know. And then on Sunday, it'll be my 200th stream anniversary, so we won't be continuing... Not 200th stream. 200th stream. Oh, yes, I can English. So we won't be watching or continuing Tokyo Dark then. We'll be continuing Tokyo Dark 2 weeks from tonight. And for my 200th stream, I wanted to do something special, or at least unusual. So I have a poll up on both my Twitter and my MySpace with 3 options of what I could stream that day. One is a serious kind of sci-fi FMV rail shooter for DOS. One is a cult classic sci-fi noir FMV, about a female PI. I've been meaning to play that for years. And one is a choose your own adventure style interactive movie that has never been released on the PC. So, yeah. And then the poll will go until Thursday, and then I'll tally the votes from MySpace and Twitter and announce on Short Horror Saturday and on socials what we'll be doing for a 200 stream. So, okay. Norco is sort of a horror game, and it was 6 to 7 hours long, so the sort of thing we could do in 2 streams. And that really does sound good. I will have to check that out. Let me see who's still online. Probably whoever I was online earlier, and I thought, oh, I should raid them, has since gone offline. That's how it usually goes. Hey, thanks, Dangerous Dave. My pleasure. Oh, thanks. You too, Dangerous Dave. Always good to see you. Yeah, good night, Daggers. Yeah, of course he's offline. Yeah, I always raid a bunch of the same people. Oh well. I mean, they're all cool people. Yeah. Did we raid Hessian not that long ago? He's playing. Ooh, Rock Band. And oh, I just realized I'm really, really tired. Well, here. Seraphines is playing Yakuza 0. So, choice paralysis and exhaustion. But since we were just playing a game about, set in the darkness of Tokyo, and someone playing a game about the Japanese mafia, which I believe were mentioned in Tokyo Dark at one point. Maybe we should raid him. Oh, I wonder if anybody's streaming Tokyo Dark, actually. That would be cool. Oh, it's loading, and I'm like, oh, there's one. Let's wait for it to finish loading. Oh, it's me. I'm streaming Tokyo Dark. Okay, well, we'll raid him. There we go, there, it's working now. Streaming things no one else dares to. Hey, we all have to have a gimmick. I lure people in with obscurity. Thank you guys for coming to my stream and for the hosts and everything. And for all of you guys who are chatting and all of you guys who are lurking, I really appreciate your being here. And, yeah, I stream Wednesdays, Sundays in the evenings, and Saturday late afternoons. And you can follow me on Twitch to see when I'm live, and on Twitter and MySpace to get stream announcements and their random comments, and also polls like the one about what I'm going to play on next Sunday. And you can find my past VODs on YouTube. I hope that everybody has a good night, and try not to have nightmares about dead pop idols slitting your throat, and say hi to Seraphines, and oops, stream end.